10,000 years ago, we liberated ourselves from the Doth Masters and their demonic influence, but the veiled forest, the barrier to their realm, still remains. Its power is felt all over the kingdom, in every city of the empire. We are surrounded by its foreboding nature, its presence spanning all over the realm into every corner of the world. It dominates and controls the land, sea, air, and the life of all those who exist. No one knows what is inside the forest, and no one ever goes in to find out. We have won our war and stopped the demonic invasion, but the scar was too deep upon our home, and now generations live in acceptance that the forest will always remain a part of our realm. It is a cursed legacy passed on to our children, proclaiming that evil, by its very nature, will never go away. 7 imperial cities comprise our empire. These ultra-mega urbanized zones extend into the horizon from the center, where the Pyramid Palace rests upon its golden foundation. Here on the royal grounds, the Unity Gate stands, a magical doorway which connects the 7-city empire. The Unity Gate allows all citizens to travel from one city to the next, making our kingdom whole. These gates are only capable of moving us between the 7 cities and nothing more. The veiled force consumes everything, even the rays of the sun beyond the energy field of the Unity Gates. Everywhere else is unknown to the human mind. It doesn't even exist. Its presence is only defined by the death cries of the forest and its effects on the edge of the cities, especially in the 3rd tier. Here, the protective energy of the Unity Gate is weak, allowing dark entities and chaotic magic to manifest all types of mysteries and misfortunes. Many have reported the strange events of nightly activities in the Pioneer Zones, as called by the residents of the 3rd tier, better defined as the Imperial Ghettos. With strong determination, we choose to ignore the danger, but in honesty, held in rare circumstances, the darkness at night can turn deadly, leaving victims that must be investigated and recorded for Her Majesty's various esoteric agencies. Most of the rare cases come from the outskirts or skirts to the locals. It is the last residential area before the cutoff into the graveyard, a zone that extends for 7 miles until it reaches the veiled forest. No one lives in the graveyard, for the energy from the Unity Gate protects nothing there. The skirts set a line in the sand before the dangers become too great. From the backyards of their homes, they can see the tall black trees calling to them in the distance, beckoning our citizens to their destruction. One truth is evident above all in the 3rd tier. All pioneers know that it is dangerous to travel anywhere at night. Only the sunlight brings peace to those corners of the city. It is here that we find most of our reports, a lot of them ending in deaths. The media knows, but under royal sanction, they are limited to what they can reveal. The truth would only cause panic. No one wants to have civil unrest, especially the Goldens. It is bad for the business of the empire to have fear among its citizens. All hope must have its roots in the provable, and silence brings comfort, and that, as the Goldens would claim, is golden. It is the age of new alchemy, and magic is everywhere, known and experienced, but only practiced by those who have been initiated into the royal courts of the Golden Circle. Its members, belonging to the royal class, give leverage to the hands that rock the cradle of the empire. Administered by the regents, the heads of the 12 royal dominions. They are the power base of the kingdom that reports directly to the queen. The 12 regions also retain control over the various esoteric groups throughout the Empire's city networks. The Golden Circle, or Goldens, rule from the center of our cities, and for the most part run the kingdom for the queen. The royals of the Empire have their subordinates as well, sirs, or better yet, servants in royal sectors, and in essence, they do as they are told by their golden masters. Sirs live in the second tier of the city zones. Many have a good chance of becoming a golden themselves if they have the luck to find the right ass to kiss. With enough fortitude, they too can become a master lord in the Golden Circle, but that is rare, very rare, for their blood must be traced to one of the royal lineages to guarantee a spot in the higher grades of esoteric teachings. For sirs, marriage into one of the royal families opens a door to great prestige, and such is highly sought after. As for I and others of the nobility, we retain the privilege of residing in the Pyramid Palace, the dwelling of our queen, its majestic form perched above the Unity Gates, centered in the first tier of each of the 7 imperial cities. This location is always surrounded by the soft glow of the gates and their protective divine energy. Downtown Central Royale is always the safest place in the Empire. Anywhere near the palace promises the best protection from the forest and its dark touch. But for those who live in the 3rd tier, beyond the protected walls of the 2nd tier and the designated safety spots of the Unity Gates, the veiled forest becomes a nightmare reality with the Empire always at its beckoning call. The 3rd tier is a strange place for the pioneers, the poor of the Empire. People are afraid on the outer borders of the Imperial City zones and stay to their homes after shadows begin to fall upon the ground. Incantations that help to protect the lower income have become a booming business for those who specialize in personal and residential magical defense. The esoteric economy thrives on the business of protecting its clients in the imperial ghettos. The science of esoteric fortification has become second nature for the home, an art almost in itself. Even citizens on the outskirts can find sound protection if the price is right. That is for personal protection in the 3rd tiers. When roaming the streets, you need money to hire the best royal lanterns. People trained to escort the unlucky at night. They alone have the ability to protect and help in the 3rd tier. That is, if their magic is good enough. But not all nightly protection services are rated the same. As stated by many, when it comes to life and death, wealth and power determines the extent of safety in this kingdom.